Gentlemen, welcome back to the other mess of my desk, and in this episode we will be looking at the ZackCombat flying wing. Now this was a super cheap model at, well, sub £30, so I think it's about 25 quid, which is about $30. It did take quite a bit of time to build her, and we're going to have a quick overview of her build, and then we're going to go and view the video of her Maiden, which went really well. So the wingspan is about 47 inches, which is about 1.2 meters. The actual depth of the cord is about 13 inches or 33 centimeters. You'll notice that I'm using pink and black, which was a brilliant combination. You could clearly see the orientation from the flight line. Now I do have the iPad running on the right, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to show you this little nose area, and I did make a mistake on doing a point on this little flap section here, because it does make it a bit awkward for it to seal in. And what we've got here is I bought this flight pack from Hobby King for a couple of quid, absolutely brilliant. 2 servo leads, I haven't been flash and put a switch or anything in there, it's just pretty much straightforward raw. And then also, I don't know if you can see that on the camera because the lighting's going, is that chunk of lead there. What I had to do, because I didn't put the servos as far forward as I should have done, is that I've had to put quite a bit of lead down the nose to get the CFG right. And all I did was got the the soldering iron, and just melted a nice big recess in there for the to be able to put the lead down in the nose. Also, you will see, if I switch back to the other camera, you'll also see I've got a square there, and that's a chunk of lead just to get the horizontal balance out on her, which is still, well, actually it's spot on. So my next job is to dig that out, a square out, and get that mounted in that section. For the winglets, which we've got over on either side, they're just velcroed on. All I've done is just get some sticky back velcro, put that down the end, and happy days. For the Elevons, I have gone for balsa wood. Now, big hat tip to Andrew. I'll put a little link to his video, his YouTube channel in the top right hand corner now. I've just used some basic cheap balsa wood, and he suggested that wasn't the best for Elevons, but what he did say was that if you just mixed up some PVA glue with some water and then gave it 2 or 3 coats, then that would stiffen the boards up, which it did massively. So that was happy days. I've done that on all the slope soaring models, and it works really, really well. And this one, actually, those Elevons which we've got there is for the same wing like that, which is going to be a big FPV wing. And you notice the difference between that one and this one is that I've got this big blunt nose section in the middle, which was like about £5 extra, something like that. So yeah, super cheap, relatively easy to build, comes with fantastic instructions, which I'll just put over on the iPad. Look, fantastic, well written, brilliant English instructions. Again, it's a German based company, clear details on there. Now, I didn't really strap her with tape. I have put some tape up the nose area, and if I've got some photos of her build, what I'll do for you is I'll put like a little mini series of photos so you can see the epically large and strong A-frame which I built into this model. It was using 4mm carbon fibre, so if I've got some photos of that, I will put them up on your screen for you. The covering was really straightforward, so just got some, what was it, super, I'm looking for the can, I always lose that can, it's 3M Super 90 spray, or carpet spray would have done the same, and I sprayed the wings, and then we just let that dry for a bit, and then we went on with the covering. On the underside is pretty much the same, so you'll see it's the same kind of layout. Oh, a little tip for you. Now, let me bring this over to the iPad. I hope you can see them. See those? Okay, that's just some hot glue. And what I did, I marked out where the CFG line was, and then just put 2 dabs of hot glue on the CFG line, so I could work out the centre of gravity really, really easily. Fantastic little tip. I don't even know if I saw it or just made it up myself. Yeah, really, really simple tip. so that when you've got the model up the other way round, you can feel whether the C of G is correct or not. And in this case, it's correct. As far as the Elevons go, you'll notice that I'm using some plastic hardware. I'll put a link to these in the video description. They are by far my favourite control horns. They were super cheap off Banggood, literally a couple of quid for 10 of them, and I'm getting through them really, really quickly. Now, I have to put my hands up. I've broken a servo. That servo is not very healthy. You'll hear, or hopefully hear that one, and it sounds like a servo. Yeah, somebody, when he had it in the bag, taking it up to the slope, leant on this Elevon, and I've broken the servo. So that is a Tower Pro MG90 MS, and I thought I did it on the way up, and she makes a horrible noise. So I've got a dig out session to dig that servo out of the wing, unfortunately. So let me just check this on the iPad. Yeah, I'll have to dig that one out and trace the cable back over to the corner. So yeah, that's going to be fun. So anyway, that's enough of the desk. Let's go and chuck her off a perfectly good slope on a relatively, well, it was quite mild that day, to be honest. But yeah, really, really good Maiden. Let's get across to the flight line. Oh, and I also did get some video footage on board. Did I get some on board with this one? No, I got some on board with the ZackSpeed. So yeah, no on board video for this one, but I did catch a Maiden, and yeah, happy days, super impressed. So, oh, one other little thing before I quickly go. Can you see that carbon fibre tape that I bought off Banggood? Where's the stuff? I got reels of it here somewhere. Ah, there it is, over here. I got, let me just put this on the main camera. Look at that. Carbon, sticky back carbon fibre effect. Absolutely brilliant, super simple to work with. And the other reason why I like it, and I'll put it on the other camera, look, makes cutting it super easy because they put squares on the back. So yeah, nice little simple touch. What I found was that when I was using the iron thingy, is that if doing small patches, is that it tends to shrink up even on low heats. So yeah, using just a sticky back tape like plastic like that worked really, really well, and definitely does help it stand out on the slope at a distance. Anyway, like I said, let's get across to the flight line and chuck her off there. Happy days. Yeah, this is the combat wing.
Combat one. So it's slightly, would you say it's how much of a thicker section is it compared with the ZackSpeed?
Well, ZackSpeed's right here.
10 mil?
Not much.
Yeah, so it's a bit fast potentially.
Yeah. Mind the razor blades down the edges. Yeah. Yeah, go for it.
backing up. That servo out. Yeah, it might be when I crushed it in the bag or something, bringing it up here. Landed. Happy days. There you go, that's the ZackCombat Fly Wing.